Good friend of mine who was up here, about 3 months ago. So, 3 months ago? All of a sudden, Smurfs have taken over my mouth. 3 months ago, doing comedy, and now he's here to do music. I just caught him live at Past Seams on the radio, and now where else would he be? But live at the Cable Comedy Show. Please, a nice round of applause, Mr. Orrin Starr.
Well, I ain't gonna work on no railroad. I ain't gonna work on no farm. The only kind of work that I'm gonna do, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. I said rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Gonna lay around the shack till that mail train gets back. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, you know, sister, she's a beauty operator. Mama, she can mend and can sew. Daddy's got an interest in that old cotton mill. Gonna watch that old cotton roll, 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 roll. I said rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Gonna lay around the shack till that mail train gets back. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, I know that your parents, they don't like me. They send me away from your door. And if I had my life to live over again, I would not go there anymore. Why? 'Cause I'm rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Gonna lay around the shack till that mail train gets back. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Thank you. Thanks very much. It's nice to be back here at the Cable Comedy Show. I live over in Cambridge, Mass. The only city on the eastern seaboard where people order pizza with extra broccoli. So, it's nice to be here. I'd like to do an old drinking song for you. Now, this is one that maybe you could sing along with me on the chorus. One called Rye Whiskey. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey. Rye whiskey, I cried. If I don't get rye whiskey, Lord, I surely would die. And if the ocean was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and I'd never come up. Rye whiskey, nobody. Rye whiskey, I cried. If I don't get rye whiskey, Lord, I surely would die. Well, I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I'll drink when I'm dry. And if a tree don't fall on me, I'll live a long time. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey. Rye whiskey, I cried. If I don't get rye whiskey, Lord, I surely would die. Jack of diamonds, I've known you of old. You rob my poor pockets of silver and gold. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey. I cried, if I don't get rye whiskey, Lord, I surely would die. You know, those of us who make our living playing folk music, each got into the field in a different way, and each have a different story to tell about it. And in my own case, it was kind of a chance occurrence that ultimately led me here today. See, because when I was a little kid growing up, I always wanted to be a computer programmer. So that's finally what I became, and it was all right at first, but one day, it just hit me. There I was, stuck on this uphill treadmill of constant job offers and routine salary jumps. I was going everywhere. Anyway, on a whim one night, some friends and I went to a folk coffee house, and I didn't think anything of it at first. Of course, I'd always done well in folk at school and all, but as it turned out, it was an open mic night at the coffee house. They were short a singer or two. I volunteered to do a couple songs, and it went okay, nothing special, but standing around after the show, talking to some of the people who've been doing it for a while, it became really clear to me that the opportunities for financial martyrdom in the folk field were practically unlimited. At last, I thought, a chance to be on the cutting edge of insolvency. I jumped at it. That was 12 years ago, friends, and I haven't looked back since. And if the ocean was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and I'd never come up. But the ocean ain't whiskey and I'm not a duck, so we'll round up the cattle and then we'll get drunk. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey. I cried, if I don't get rye whiskey, Lord, I surely would die. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey. I cried, if I don't get rye whiskey, Lord, I surely would die.
All right. Orrin Starr, ladies and